my mic was not connected. I'm sorry. Hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. My name is Dedy Fortemus. Talenta dari Nakama Virtual, generasi pertama dan juga guru TK di Willy Imon Private School. Halo Dinar, apa kabar? Halo Rudy, halo Evan. Ada Seren juga tentu saja. Terima kasih sudah datang ke stream saya. Tentu saja kita hari ini saya akan mencoba main Galge. Tapi ini kata orang ini bukan Galge. Padahal ini kayak Galge. Jadi kita langsung ke gamenya aja kali ya. Yeah, today pam 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 pa 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 pararara tara parara para pa para pa 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 pararara. Ya, selamat malam. Halo ya, halo Evan, apa kabar? Tolong patuhi aturan saat live stream ini so loud, bentar ya. Gamenya kenceng banget suaranya. I need to turn this down a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. Nama saya Dedy Fortemus. Dedy aja ya. Benar sekali, tolong patuhi aturan. Kan berarti mainnya Fortemus. Hey, siapa itu? I see an annoying girl running toward me from a distance, waving her arm like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Capek dia ceritanya ya.
I overslept again.
Katanya gitu.
But I caught you this time. Maybe.
Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Malam Pak, malam Banana.
You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Dedy.
Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something.
Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to.
Whatever you say, Sayori. Whatever you say. Ketawanya mantap. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute.
By the way, Dedy, have you decided on a club to join yet?
A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either.
That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year.
Apa saya ketawa kenapa? Hey, ini suaranya Sayori kayak gini. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content with just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Bengek ke astaga. Itu suaranya Sayori kayak gini. Katanya gitu.
I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a need in a few years because you're not used to the real world.
Bentar, ini lagunya kenceng banget. Alright, it's fine. Nah, return.
You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you.
Alright. Wah, game friendly family. Saya suka pak game macam ini, sangat ramah banget. Ya. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. Klub sastra cenat-cenut. Yeah. No promises though.
Will you at least promise me you'll try a little bit?
Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that.
Yay! Yay! What?
Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind just a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. It's game family friendly, yes. But no spoiler ya, because I really don't know what's going on. I know this game is really popular, but I only watched at least one part or two parts of this game. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall.
I thought, you know,
No what?
well, that you could come to my club.
Sayori?
Yeah?
There is no way I'm going to your club.
Meanie.
Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. Dari tadi saya ngakak mulu denger voice actingnya. What do you mean? This is pitch perfect voice acting right here. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club.
Come on, please.
Why do you cry so much anyway?
Well, I kind of told the club yesterday that I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything.
Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay?
Yes, let's go! Let's go!
And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. No, stop it. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Bentar ya.
Everyone, the new member is here.
I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Girl, how does this person sound? Kira-kira. Welcome to the literature club. That's tiring. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Gitu ya. Sayori always says nice things about you.
Seriously? You bought a boy?
Gitu ya suaranya dia ya. Suaranya yang pink ini.
Seriously? You brought a boy? Ready to kill the atmosphere?
How does this girl sound? Dedy. Gitu ya. Dedy, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. Almost escaped me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Pada akhirnya melihat sensei yang melihat main Galge. Konbanwa sensei, konbanwa Vincent. Cocok banget. Hey, diam bro. Emang cocok pasti.
What are you looking at? If you want to say something, just say it.
Sorry. Natsuki. Hey, what? How does this girl sound again?
Natsuki?
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
Sayori says that quietly into
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that.
Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Wah, ada moned kalau kepilok white coffee. Apa tuh? Well, it's nice to meet both of you.
And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right?
Oh, this is Monica.
That's right. That's right.
No.
That's right. It's great to see you again, Daddy. Monica
smells sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Ah, nice. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica.
Come sit down, Danny. We made room for you at the table so you can next to me or Monica. I'll get cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I get a little too excited.
Ben, how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As I already mentioned, it's been widened, so there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, and Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table tray.
Okay, are you ready?
Say, hey, ini suaranya mereka, just stop it. Natsuki lifts the and reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. Ah,
so cute!
I had no idea you were so good at making. No. That's like Christopher Walken.
Hi, I'm Christopher Walken here. And I'm
Walken? I had no idea you were so good at
That's mighty kind of you.
Sekali crowd. Jangan nyalain. Maybe, mungkin sih. Monica is nice. She's cute. I had no idea, Natsuki. Either her or siapa tadi yang ungu? Yuri?
Well, you know. Just hurry and take one.
Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow.
It's delicious.
They sound the same now. What?
It's delicious.
There you go. Sayori is a bit higher. Sayori takes with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sticking glances at my direction. Is this the first thing? Is this the first chance for me to make a move? Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet for the flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Why are you thanking me? It's not like I
Haven't I heard this somewhere before?
made them for you or anything.
I thought
Well, maybe.
you're sleeping before. Internet goes without only me. I think it's only you. Is my stream dead, everyone? Hello, hello. Is my stream dead? Dead.
Well, maybe. But not for you, dummy.
Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You hid a whole tea set in his classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Yeah, I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to
Wait, how does this girl sound again? Monica is the hardest for me to remember.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not.
Wait, how does Yuri sound? I forget.
That's not.
There you go. Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I meant that,
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I do enjoy tea, actually. My favorite tea is oolong tea. You know, the thing that goes and then it's good. It's good. The bitterness and if you add a little bit of sugar and the sweetness of it is really good, and you can feel the tea while it's not making your tongue too bitter like green teas. I hate green teas. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in her
That's
glade.
mighty kind of you.
That's mighty kind of you. Bam. Oh my god. Malam padat. Halo, terima kasih, Bam. Monica raises an eyebrow that smiles at me.
So, what made you consider the literature club?
I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sarah. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sarah seems really happy here, so...
That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you leader of the debate club last year?
Well, you know.
To be honest, I can stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events.
I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. Oh my gosh, what a feminine. It's her voice. Okay, it's not my voice, it's her voice. But it makes good events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone?
Yeah,
We'll do our best.
you know it.
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to just find this tree. Maybe they were also delighted. That's why they were also delighted at the idea of a new member joining. Though I still really don't know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Dedy, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. I mean, not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Ya ampun Pak Dedy. Ada apa? Habis kena sambat nih Pak main ini. What? Enggak kok. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her. Capek ngomong bacain dialog. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious the way her eyes lights up when she finds comfort. That she finds comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. Others will grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, you might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
I hate horror.
Aw? What's that?
Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Eigo Josu. Eigo Josu desu ne. She's cute. Who? Was it Yuri? Oi. Apa? Ada apa ya? Halo Yuga, apa kabar BTW? Sorry, lupa. A lot of thing, what? Dan dia pun menyerah. Wajah Pak Dedy lain. Kalian percaya coba buka paperback. Enggak, saya capek loh bacanya. I don't know how Mbak Nana can read all the dialogues, to be honest. Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind.
That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
Well, you left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem, Kyle.
Don't say it out loud! And give that back!
Fine.
Your cupcakes, your poems, everything in you is just as cute as you are.
Suddenly slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hand on her shoulder.
I'm not cute!
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. What do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why did you share them sometime?
No!
Juga sehat, makasih. Jadi gimana? Sehat. Nggak tahu sih, saya kayaknya sakit deh kenapa bisa main ini tiba-tiba. Kamu datang tak terduga. Halo Yuga. Iya, ada Yuga. Natsuki averts her eyes.
No one didn't like them.
Not a very confident writer, eh? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can get example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri.
Aww, I really wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay. I have an idea, everyone.
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it.
Plus,
Now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little bit comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Daddy?
Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem.
What's that?
Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forward with what's been my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club yet. Sadly may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made that. It's tiring. Hearing this music is tiring. Sadly may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stares back at me with dejected eyes. Oh my god, look at them. They look so sad, except Natsuki. She looks kinda mad. But I'm sorry. I thought
Daddy.
you all. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? Oh, lagi sakit pagi pada nih. Yang ini sendiri banget Natsuki ya. Ingat Pak milih Monica mungkin saya akan milih dia sih. If writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, right? Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up.
Yes, I'm so happy.
Sadly wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment.
If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed.
And that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Ah, thanks I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note.
Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Daddy, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star, Monica, with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki cleans up their food.
Hey Daddy, since we're already here, do you want to hug home together?
That's right. Sari and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
Astaga, tiap kali buka dengar voice actingnya. Banana, that's her voice. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day at school? In the literature club, perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Yeah, that's how us men think, of course. Deketin salah satu. Aduh, bentar. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Ada RL 18-nya nggak? Nggak tahu saya. Kayaknya nggak ada sih. Pick words that you think your favorite club member will like. Wait. Oh, where's Monica? This is Yuri, Natsuki. Monikanya nggak ada. Then I guess I'll pick Yuri because there's more of Monica. Wait, she likes horror stuff, right? So Cage. She's jumping. That's so cute. Starscape. Horror. Let's not be a little bit too dark. Vivacious. Oh, that's also dark. Didn't know what that means. Extraordinary. Ah. Charm. All right. Judgment. Variance. What is variance? Whirlwind. Boop. What is boop mean? Setelahnya patut dipertanyakan. What? Why? Fester. Unrequited. Existence. Peace. Unrestrained. Intellectual. Puppy. Ambient. Essence. Candy. Are you winning, Pak? Salah game. Hi again, Daddy. Glad to see you didn't run away from us. Haha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promises, Daddy. I hope this isn't too overwhelming for a commitment for you. Making you dive right first into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Oh, come on, like Hater shows any slack. Sadie told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. Last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her mangas collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature!
It is, though. It actually is. Swiftly defeated. Swiftly defeated. Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. Daddy always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking, like cooking, cleaning my room.
How dependable. It's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so?
You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. Wait, huh? Huh? Hello, Yuri. Hello. Hello, Yuri. Sini. How come?
You and Daddy-san can become good friends too.
Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems to resist to the weird situation you just put me into.
You even brought you something today, you know?
Wait. Sayori? Eh? Me? Not really. Don't be shy.
Don't be shy.
Rumah saya juga sudah enggak. It's really nothing. What is it?
Never mind.
Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What did I do?
I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright, well here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. Dere. Why is this girl accident being so cute? Yeah, she's really cute. She would pick out a book that she thinks I like. This might be not reading me much. Thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Once settled in, I expected Moneta to have some activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. To what? To read? Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a bit more, but at the same time, I wouldn't feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance, and our eyes met for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered it, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious that Yuri isn't telling you, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. When it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. Are you winning? This is not a winning game. It's not a winning game. There's a really cute kitten in front of me, so I'm going to pet. Hey. Oh my god, the cat is licking my finger. But as soon she gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison, and while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationship, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? That's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be an story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Daddy? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because of someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in, then suddenly when you thought you related to our protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with their villain's plans. I'm rambling, am I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. Haven't lost interest or anything. That girl's giving a bad vibe. But I do get why she would like say that though. Maksudnya kayak banyak apa ya? A lot of times the villains is a bit more apa sih namanya relatable daripada heroesnya atau protagonisnya. Kayak ini aja deh, kayak Avengers. Thanos is a lot more relatable than the Avengers themselves. Bentar. Kamu kenapa sih? I haven't lost entries or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I really should let you know I have this problem. When I let things like book and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So, I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means that you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literary club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yudis. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. Nats, I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. Kit Kat, ntar.
Just really want to practice, baby. Baby.
Sana. Hey, what are you guys doing there? Yaudah. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. Wait, I open the book and start the prologue. Oh, that's fine. I soon understand what Yuri means reading in company. I'm gonna minimize the game a little bit here because it's really hard for me to read it karena subtitlenya kerendahan. Alright, that's good. And boom. There we go. That's a bit better now, isn't it? For me at least. I cannot. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is near in the corner of my eye. I realized that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk and rails up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and her forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I return the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. Gee. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Eh? To turn the page. Ah, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glanced over at Yuri's face again and our eyes met. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Ah, that's okay. You're not as used as to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. Oh my god, look at her eyes. Or her eye. She's looking at me. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. Oh, ada Ota. Halo Ota, apa kabar? My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she... Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she's also second guesses a lot of things that she says and she does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent some... Sorry, it's really... I really cannot listen to the same music over and over and over and over again. I guess I can just do this. That I cannot listen to this music anymore. So, let's take over it. I know what to do. But they're kind of reminiscent to some of your manners. Jadi, oh, kenapa? Halo Avi, kenapa? Kenapa kamu begitu, Avi? I see. I see. Yuri remained silent for a moment. But Dedy, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about this sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we read too long. Yuri exhales, prayer from her, finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not... It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I will read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I will read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up, I make a mental note where I left off in the book, and then slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. BTW orangnya nggak muncul, cuma gambar kelas kosong. Wait, why? Why is that the thing? Oh yeah, it is. What the heck? Wait. Oh no, has it been this way? Isn't it? Oh man. Bentar ya. Man, that sucks. No, sekarang nggak. My relaxation ends. Sekarang malah... what? Kesel Galge. This is why I don't like to... Oh no! Why is it like this? No. What is going on? Alright, is it back? No, it's not back. Doki Doki. Doki Doki. Okay, it's showing now. Okay, there you go. Yay! Alright, let me just read the history then. My relationship ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that's everyone's ready. Udah nongol kan ya sekarang harusnya. Why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sari and Monica enthusiastically pulls out their poems. Sari is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yudi reluctantly comply as well. Reaching into their bags, I do the same myself. Okay, what? Bentar ya. Ini game. Who should I show the poem to first? Wait, is it crashing? Is the game crashing? The game is crashing. Oh my god, it's actually crashed, guys. Yeah, it crashed. That's so funny. It actually crashed. Oh my god. Doki Doki. Done. Whoa, what the heck? This game is buggy when you try to move around it, you know? There you go. Oh, it's not saved! Oh no! Oh no! Why did it not save? Bentar. It's not saved, guys. It's not saved. Look at this. Do I need to save manually every time? Wow. 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 Aduh, gimana ini udah lebih. Oh, you can do this. Oh my god. Can I skip this part? Alright. Unstable, vicious, wrath, intellectual, infallible, imagination, daydream, entropy, raindrops, essence, forgive, empty, depression. Wait, what is Natsuki? I mean, sorry. After image, variance, unrestrained, desire, horror, extreme, meager. There you go. Nah, kita skip dulu beberapa part, nanti kita lanjutin. Yay. Let's go. Alright, we're here. We're here. Bentar ya. Nah, save. Thank you. I because I don't play Galge or apa Otome kayak Mbak Nana gitu. I don't know that you should save every time you play. But yeah. Kita nunjukin ke Monica dulu. I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poems and I want her to know I'm putting in my best effort. Hi Dedy. Having a good time so far? Ah yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we could do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Okay? Okay. Yay! Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off with going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Dedy. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Dedy. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easier for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayuri, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to draw their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel. Hi Himawari. Fang Chan, apa kabar? But letting them deeply analyze all the nuances, it can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring by learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased toward their own kinds of styles, but but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. So, anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean that I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never roll. I'll never know I wasn't home. I'll peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. A real blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas already scorched with a permanent copy of meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choice. I realized now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. I see. That's a bit yabai. That's pretty good actually. Okay, so what do you think? It's very freeform if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for midnights. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has become pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can really be powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a little bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try to make too hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up a bit later. And another way to think about this is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I will show it to Yuri since Monica bilang katanya Yuri bakal suka. As Yuri reads the poem, I noted her eyes light. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? He just stares at me blankly and then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they They tend to pick their writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing out even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning at my example and trying new things. Bentar. Capek loh. Bentar ya, capek loh bacain dialog kayak gini. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry, it's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, evidencing that's an opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Goes under the light. The triangles of my hair illuminate beneath an amber glow bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm spring air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. Okay. I'm sorry if I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Dedy. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets always express their own thoughts, feelings, and experience in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah, if anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep my best for you, Dedy. Me too. Aduh, I really don't want to talk with this but let's do silence.
This is a good poem, Dedy. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good.
It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time?
I guess you're right, but that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that standing in front of you. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Ta-da.
Well, of course, I'm not really
into it yet, but that doesn't mean that I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Daddy, deep down you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying to do things like this for other people, that's something only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori seals the full picture of my motive here. Then again, ya. Aduh, saya ternyata karakternya pengen PDKT sepertinya, teman-teman. Knowing how much this means to her at all.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm gonna help you do that then.
Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right?
Don't worry, I'm really
bad at this.
We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue, it's a secret, but I trust you too. But if it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad, I want breakfast. This is actually pretty good until this last part. I want breakfast. What does that mean? Anyways, Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No, just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah.
But next time I won't forget, and I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. Natsuki.
Daddy, if you're not going to take this crap seriously, then go home.
What? Harsh.
What? You expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid?
I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to reread it. Painful to think about.
Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'll tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again.
Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess.
Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now.
I hate this girl. This girl is so annoying.
Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid.
Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can see, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Wait, what? What does that mean? That sounds so scary. People can try, but that's about it. Yeah.
I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it. No, I don't. What?
Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so confused that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly.
Poems makes more sense on the second play. What does second play mean? What does second play mean? By the way, hello Jimmy.
Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things and you feel really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
It does, isn't it? So you did. I guess it more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I really care about how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. Now that was a little more that was a little more stressful than I anticipated. As if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. Bentar. Halo pada dia, halo Zugasa. Hello Jumi. So the poems makes more sense playing the game. Okay. Maybe I will. Saya masuk langsung disapa dengan Pak Dedy yang jadi cewek sekolah. Saya kan sedang baca dialog. Okay. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly change sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. I guess they're a bit of an opposite, don't they? As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Eh? Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Padahal juga ya kalau game kayak gini emang lebih mantap di hayati karakternya. I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks.
Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
If I was looking for a suggestion, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. Dedy did too. So based on that, I'll give you these suggestions to my own. First of all,
excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, as of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Dedy liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up.
oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
Eh? That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Dedy appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you not full of yourself?
No, if I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Wow, they're fighting, aren't they? Can you guys just stop fighting? It's not good to fight, you know.
Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew possessed because of this Dedy search.
What? Excuse you?
What did you say, Natsuki?
Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little...
This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting you guys.
Suddenly, both girls turned towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing there.
Dedy,
Dedy, she's trying to make me look bad.
that's not true. She started it.
If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, this
wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out and read it out first, and you have to figure it out. Let me explain that to her, Dedy.
Oh no. Please don't make me pick a side in this thing. I really don't want to. Wait, there's a reason why we have so many deep and expressive words in our languages. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Dedy? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not that I know anything about writing, but whoever good, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course that's going to be help me, Sayori. Natsuki glared at me, tearing up any words I had in my mouth. Instead, I turned to Yuri. But Yuri's explaining I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Yeah, everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Wow, what an excuse.
Dedy? Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her.
I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our own conflict.
Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being.
Wow, just stop. She would never. It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place.
Excuse me? You listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people. And I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems are amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words, and your poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented, so why are we fighting? Because, well, also Natsuki is cute and there's nothing wrong with that. Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. What? Sayori. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is the vice president. I whispered to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good at meeting people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means that Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. Nate makes the two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president regardless of what she says. Man, it's a really cute smile. If only I can get the chance to talk to her a little more. Exactly! Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun.
Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright, well, mostly. Daddy,
Daddy, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow, friends too. So your proms will turn out even better. I think to myself. No, yeah. I did learn a little more about the kinds of form everyone likes. With any luck, that means that I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I note to myself with newfound determination.
Daddy, ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go. Sayuri beams at me. It really has been a while since Sayuri and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Alright, I think that's gonna be it. Sayuri, dikit lagi ya. About what happened earlier, what do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. It's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why that makes such good. I'm with you.
Yeah, you know, Daddy. It's not to say that I got time to pick you up, but I think she needed was making it happiness. And I think everyone likes you done.
That's.
Everyone is going to be so much fun. Every day is going to be so much fun.
I'm really tired reading the dialogue and making the voices of everyone. Hello Reynanda. Hello Ryasan. What should I call you? How are you doing today? Jangan lupa untuk minum makan di waktu yang tepat. It looks like Sayuri still hasn't got into the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, I believe. I put Sayuri on the shoulder. I pat Sayuri. Kirain digendong tiba-tiba. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayuri as an eternal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Let's do this. Oh no, let me save. Alright, dah capek. Kita pindah dulu ke chat ya. So I don't know if I should play this game or not. Karena capek aja sih sebenarnya. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm done for tonight. Apa namanya? I might go continue on the game nanti kapan-kapan lagi, but I don't think it should be now. Jangan lupa kalau besok saya akan ada solo Minecraft stream. Saya akan menyelamatkan Mbak Nana yang telah diculik oleh Raja Naga. Mbak Nana will be saved. Capek gak? Capek baca karakter saya. Capek baca dialognya. Don't forget that I will save Mbak Nana from the grasp of the Dragon King, which has kidnapped her. Jangan lupa buat besok saya ada stream jam. Saya besok stream jam 8 malam ya guys ya. Jam 8 malam saya akan ada stream. And yeah, after the first 1 to 2 hours, the game gets better. It does it? I see. Nice. Maybe I will play a little bit more on the next streams. But for now, I'm really tired of playing that game. So yeah, thank you everyone who is joining the stream. Thank you for watching. Thank you for everyone who has donated. Kalau ada yang mau donasi off stream silahkan, nanti saya akan balas di traktirnya langsung. And as always, jangan lupa buat jangan lupa buat stay safe, jangan keluar. Kalau pun mau keluar silahkan pakai mask sama bawa sanitizer. And as always, that's mighty kind of you. And goodbye.